evening, South Jersey football fans. Welcome to historic Gatone Memorial Stadium. Kyle Bennett with you from the booth as the Vineland High School Fighting Clan host the Clearview Pioneers for some South Jersey Thursday night football action. Yes, Thursday night football here in South Jersey. Vineland coming off a big-time, nail-biting 14-13 win last week. Just an electric, exciting matchup. They come into this game 1-3. Clearview coming into this matchup 1-1. Looking to see what senior quarterback Caleb Gandy can do with this offense, as he had I'd argue his best game of the season last week, leading Vineland to their first victory of the season. Biggest player to watch has been the all-around Swiss Army knife, Jonathan Toney, and hopefully we'll see some more Levi Manson on the offense, the big 6'4" senior wide receiver. Should be a fun one tonight, as Daryl Chestnut from the stands got us all hyped up, and Vineland is set to receive the opening kickoff here. There will be a return as Vineland takes it up to about the 35-yard line, and that is where they will start. Number 5, Ethan Evans on the return. This will be 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line as Gandy, Anthony, Arthur, Jonathan Toney, and the rest of the Vineland offense get set for their first possession of this game. Vineland in their red jerseys, gray pants, Clearview in yellow pants, white jerseys. Gandy takes a snap from shotgun, hands it to Anthony Arthur, who finds his way around the outside but gets tripped up. And it'll be 2nd down for the Vineland offense. Arthur loses 2 on that carry, so the Fighting Clan will have 2nd and 12 from the 33-yard line. Vineland takes a snap. It's Gandy looking to pass, fires, completes it to the big tight end, Ryan Williams Jr.
Number 8, Ryan Williams. Brings the ball up to around the 41. With the 3rd down, about 4 yards to go for the first. Ball is started at the 41.
Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 4 for the Vineland offense. And we'll see if Gandy can lead the Fighting Clan to their first first down of this game from the 41-yard line. Gandy does his Aaron Rodgers hard count impression, but takes the snap, fires, it's complete. That pass was caught by Jonathan Toney. Ball will be spotted at the 44-yard line. And we'll see what Vineland decides to do here. As it is 4th and 1 from the 44. And I like the move here by Coach Russo, sending the offense out to try to pick up the first down here. Timeout, Clearview. I like the aggressiveness early here from Coach Russo and his staff. 4th and 1, ball's on the 44-yard line. Short field to work with, short yardage to pick up. And if you don't convert, it's essentially like you had a decent punt. So I like the move here. Let's see if Vineland can pick up this first down, keep pushing. Last week they started off extremely hot, scored on their first possession, took an early lead, which they hadn't done all season. Let's see if they can build some momentum here. Continue to build first quarter momentum. And put up some points here on this first drive. Gandy lines up under center. 3 backs. Hands it off. And Vineland should have the first down here. Great call by Coach Russo. I want to say it was Anthony Arthur on that carry. Picks up 4. So the ball will be placed at the 48-yard line. And a fresh set of downs for the Fighting Clan. Great play call. Love the aggressiveness, and Vineland gets to keep driving here early in the first quarter. Gandy takes the snap, hands it off. That is number 7, Brillan Blakeley, on the carry, and he takes it just past midfield. So Vineland will have 2nd down and 7 from the 49-yard line. This is the type of up-tempo Vineland needs to run early in games to go ahead. As Gandy takes the snap here, pitches it out to Arthur, who finds room to run. There is a flag, so we'll see how this one goes. That run was actually Brillan Blakeley. Call goes against Vineland, so that one will be coming back. Call is holding. So the ball will be placed on the 42-yard line. Second and 15 here for the Fighting Clan. As Gandy lines up in shotgun, takes the snap, looks to pass, fires off the hands of the intended receiver, Levi Manson. That'll bring up 3rd and 15 from the 42 with 8:03 remaining here in the opening quarter. See if Vineland can pick this up, pick up their second, long conversion here. They had the 4th and 1. Let's see if they can convert their first 3rd down of the night as Gandy lines up in shotgun with Anthony Arthur beside him. Tries to do his Aaron Rodgers impression of the hard count. Very fitting since Aaron Rodgers will be playing on Thursday Night Football for the NFL tonight. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, fires, and it's incomplete. Pass was intended for Jonathan Toney, and that'll bring up 4th and 15. And we'll see what Vineland decides to do here. More than likely, we'll punt it away. Ball is snapped. Gandy gets it away. Great punt for the Brand. A little bit of juggling there by the Clearview receiver. And he is tackled just outside the 25-yard line. That it was number 2 for the Clearview Pioneers, Robert Counselor. So Clearview's offense makes their way to the field. And although Vineland didn't score there, that's a great drive because they crushed about 4.5 minutes off the clock. So we'll get our first look at the Clearview offense. They'll have 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Quarterback Chad Black for the Pioneers. Takes the snap, hands it off to the running back, number 3, Truth Nelson. This will be second down for the Pioneers. 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. This Vineland defense has been an extreme bright spot all season long for them across the board, and I expect them to fully continue their success here tonight. Clearview takes the snap, hands it off to the running back, and he's absolutely stuffed. That was Truth Nelson yet again. Nelson picks up about 3 yards there, so it'll be 3rd and 9 from the 27-yard line for the Pioneers. And if Vineland can get a quick 3 and out here from their defense, job well done. Couple men in motion here. Black takes the snap, looks to run it himself, and he is greeted by the Vineland defense. That's number 6 for the Fighting Clan, Billy Davis, on the tackle. Great 3 and out for this Fighting Clan defense. After the offense had a long sustainable drive, didn't result in points, but the defense came in, did their job, and shut down the Pioneers on their first possession on offense. Pioneers get the punt away. It is a short one, so Vineland's going to have some decent field position here. Takes a favorable roll, but this one is still in Pioneers territory. Ball will be spotted at the 49-yard line, so less than half a field for the Fighting Clan offense to work with, kind of pick up right where they left off on their first drive, and we'll see if Coach Russo can put up some, scheme up some plays to get this Vineland offense into the end zone with an incredibly short field here. Great field position for Gandy and the offense to start with. Snap goes to Anthony Arthur there. Handoff from Caleb Gandy. Little to no gain on that play, so it'll be second down for the Fighting Clan. So call it a 2-yard loss on that run, so it'll be 2nd and 12 from the Vineland 49 this time. Gandy lines up in shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to pass here. Fires, completes it to Levi Manson, who has room to run. He's at the 40, the 35-30, 25-20, 15-10-5. Touchdown. There is a flag on the play. Refs are going to huddle up and discuss here. And they wave the flag off. It is a touchdown for Levi Manson on the reception from Caleb Gandy. Perfectly executed screenplay. Manson found his way open. That's a great touchdown for this Vineland team as they go up 6-0 here. Extra point pending with 4:17 remaining here in the first quarter. I think that was the right decision by the refs to pick up that flag. Didn't really see much of anything there. Levi Manson was wide open, all by himself on pretty much an island, and he finds his way to the end zone with the absolute burst of speed that he has in the open field. Henry Garton kicks this one through the uprights, and it is good. So Vineland, with 4:17 remaining here in the opening quarter, lead the Clearview Pioneers 7-0. That play was executed perfectly. Going back to the touchdown, Levi Manson finds his way open on that route. Clear first look for Caleb Gandy. Uses his speed in the open field, uses his big body to break through some defenders, and he makes his way all the way to the end zone for 6. His first touchdown on the 2020 season for the senior wide receiver. Great play, great execution all around. And that's the type of night this Vineland offense wants to see from Caleb Gandy throwing the ball. Vineland's kicking team lines up to send this one back to the Pioneers. And Henry Garton boots it away. There will be a return here. And Vineland stops number 2, Robert Counselor, just across the 20-yard line. So Clearview will take over with 4:07 remaining here in the first quarter. Trailing 7-0. Ball will be spotted at the 23-yard line. As Chad Black and Truth Nelson take to the field for the Pioneers' second offensive possession. Black moves a man in motion. Takes the snap, hands it off. And it goes to number 1. Aiden McCullough. Picks up maybe 2 on the play. This will be 2nd and 8 from the 25. Take the snap, hands it off. And that is Truth Nelson. Takes the ball up to about the 31-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Pioneers here. Let's see if Vineland's defense can come up with another big stop, force another 3 and out on this Pioneers offense. Black takes the snap, hands it off, and Aiden McCullough is met by a group of Vineland defenders, stopping him short of a first down. So it'll be 4th down and 2. And the Pioneers will punt this one away. Great stop by the Vineland defense. We'll see if we get another short punt here as Jonathan Toney lines up to receive the kick. Ball is away. Much better punt for the Pioneers here. There will be a return as Toney finds his way across midfield, turns up, and will be taken down at about the 48, maybe the 47-yard line, depending on the spot. Ball will be placed at the 47, so with 2:13 remaining here in the opening quarter, the Fighting Clan lead the Pioneers 7-0, courtesy of a Levi Manson touchdown on Vineland's last drive that started from about this exact spot. So Vineland getting these short field positions to work with has paid dividends so far for the offense. Gandy takes the snap, hands it off to Anthony Arthur, who spins outside, finds some running room. There is a flag on the play. And the call is holding against Vineland, so this one will be coming back. Bit of a pause on the field as they try to get the game clock reset to 2 minutes and 8 seconds. And we should be back. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, fires deep, has Manson. What a catch by Levi Manson, who stays upright and gets into the end zone for his second touchdown of the game. Levi Manson pulls an Odell Beckham Jr. type play right there, ladies and gentlemen. Uses the helmet to catch the ball, and that is what you call money. That was a money pass from Caleb Gandy to Levi Manson. That's 2 on the board for the senior wide receiver now. And Vineland, pending the extra point, now has a 13-0 lead with 1:49 remaining here in the opening quarter. What a catch, play, and execution by Levi Manson to stay upright, stay on his feet, and make his way into the end zone. Have a night, Levi Manson. Kick is spotted up and good. So with 1:49 remaining here at Gatone Memorial Stadium, your Vineland High School Fighting Clan lead the Clearview Pioneers 14-0 here in the first quarter. Levi Manson is having himself a night. 2 touchdowns so far, and we're only in the opening frame, ladies and gentlemen. If we were to average things out, Levi Manson should have 8 touchdowns tonight. We'll see if that holds. But even if he finishes with just the 2, Vineland's offense is off to a hot start. The defense is playing well, shutting down the Pioneers when they are on offense. And Caleb Gandy is absolutely slinging the rock tonight and finding his big senior wide receiver, Levi Manson. Henry Garton lines up to kick this one away. Kick is away. Great kick from Henry Garton there. Ball will be fielded and returned up to about the 32, maybe the 33-yard line is where the Pioneers will set up shop. They will actually down it at the 30. So Vineland's defense will take the field here with 1:42 remaining in the first quarter. With the Fighting Clan up 14-0. As Chad Black and company try to find any sort of momentum here on offense. Black moves Truth Nelson in motion. Looks to pass. Fires. Complete. And the receiver number 6, Adam McAvoy, met almost immediately by the Vineland defense. It'll be second down for the Pioneers. Black lines up under center. Now he moves into shotgun. Truth Nelson beside him. And there are flags flying. Penalty is against the Pioneers. So that should move the Clearview offense back. It'll be second and 11 now from the 29-yard line. Timeout, it looks like, here from Clearview. So 48.1 seconds left here in the first quarter. Vineland's offense is rolling. Vineland's defense is looking like Vineland's defense this season. Absolutely fantastic. And the Fighting Clan have a 14-0 lead here in the first quarter, where last week they scored 14 points, which is the most they've scored all season in any game. But they have that point total here in the first quarter already. We've seen gradual improvements here from the offense week to week for the Vineland Fighting Clan. And it just seems like Caleb Gandy is starting to get more comfortable with the weapons around him, whether it's Jonathan Toney, Anthony Arthur, Levi Manson, who's having himself a night with 2 touchdowns, and even the big tight end, number 8, Ryan Williams Jr. Caleb Gandy is feeling himself tonight and having an absolute rock star night here on Thursday Night Football from Gatone Stadium. Clearview back out on the field, second and 11. They take the snap. Black rolls out to pass, fires, and he overthrows the receiver. Intended for number 20, Devin Roberts. Be third and 11 now, with 27.4 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Clearview lines up in shotgun. They take a low snap. Black rolls out to pass, fires, and it's incomplete. Pass was intended for number 20, Devin Roberts again, and it'll be 4th and 11 here, and Clearview will punt it away for a third straight possession on offense. Vineland defense has looked stellar all season in the first half. Just doing a fantastic job getting pressure, meeting defenders immediately when they get their hands on the ball. And it's continuing again here tonight. Pioneers get the snap away. High booming punt. Great punt. Best punt of the night so far for the Pioneers as Jonathan Toney fields it and cannot get away from the Clearview defender. So the ball will be spotted at the 34-yard line with 7.5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Fighting Clan leading 14-0. First time in a couple drives that the Fighting Clan will not start in Pioneers territory. And we'll see what Coach Russo decides to do here with just a couple of ticks on the clock remaining. Gandy under center, hands it off to Jonathan Toney, who finds some space, but is met by a pile of defenders, and that will do it here in the first quarter from Gatone Memorial Stadium. The Vineland High School Fighting Clan leading the Clearview Pioneers 14-0, courtesy of 2 touchdowns from Levi Manson. Overall, I would say this is easily the best first quarter of the season for the Fighting Clan offense. They have a great time-killing, time-consuming drive to start this game. Took about 4.5 minutes off the clock. Defense goes out, gets a 3 and out. They get the ball back. Levi Manson gets the ball in his hands, finds his way into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game. Defense comes back out, does their job, forces another 3 and out. Next drive for the offense, Levi Manson gets it in his hands, makes an amazing catch, stays on his feet, gets into the end zone. And that's where we find ourselves here, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just joining us, welcome to Gateau Memorial Stadium. Second quarter about to get underway with the Fighting Clan leading 14-0. Kyle Bennett here in the booth with you. And Caleb Gandy getting set to start this second quarter for the Fighting Clan. Takes the snap, pitches it out to Anthony Arthur. Picks up a decent amount of yards there on the run. And it'll be second down. Ball's at the 44-yard line. And Jonathan Toney is lined up at quarterback, takes the snap, looks to run it himself, has room to run, he's across midfield, stumbles. They're going to spot that at the 49-yard line. This will be 2nd and 4. Good run by Jonathan Toney there, as Gandy is back at quarterback. Takes the snap, hands it off. And Anthony Arthur, using his physicality to stay on his feet, gets maybe a yard. This will be 3rd and 4 for the Fighting Clan offense from the 49-yard line. And we'll see what Gandy and company have planned here to try to pick up this first down. Gandy takes the snap, and it's going to be a QB keeper. We'll see where they spot this one. Should be enough for a first down. And Gandy picks up the first. A gain of 4 on the play on the QB keeper. That's the thing with Caleb Gandy too. When he's slinging the rock, he's a pretty good passer, getting the ball down the field, can float it, but he can also use his legs to pick up the first down as well. Gandy takes the snap out of shotgun, hands it off to Anthony Arthur, who has some running space. Picks up a decent chunk of yards there, maybe 5-6 yards on the play. And they're going to spot this one at the 39-yard line. So pickup of 6 on the play for Anthony Arthur. It'll be 2nd and 4 now for the Fighting Clan offense, as they continue to push this ball down the field, win the time of possession. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, fires deep, and it is intercepted. There is a flag on the play. Ball's intercepted by number 4, Chad Black.
Chad Black, so where's the flag on the play?
We'll see where this flag comes down. And the call is against Clearview.
The hold against Clearview. Resulting in first and 10 for Vineland.
So Vineland retains possession. Flag was thrown before the interception was made. So we first down for the Fighting Clan from the 29-yard line. And if Vineland gets into the end zone here or kicks a field goal, it'll be the most points they've scored in a game all season. Gandy lines up with Anthony Arthur in shotgun, takes the snap, hands it to Arthur, who is met by a Pioneer defender almost immediately, and it'll be second down for the Fighting Clan offense.
Second down, and 11 yards to go for the first.
Second and 11 for the Fighting Clan. Gandy hands the ball off. Clearview signaling they have it, and they do. So there's a fumble on the play by the Fighting Clan offense. Not ideal when you're that close to scoring. Vineland has to do a better job holding on to the football with fumbles, with interceptions. It's been drive enders for them close to in scoring opportunities. So Clearview takes over at the 30-yard line, first and 10, with 7:08 remaining here in the opening half. Black lines up under center, takes the snap, hands it off, and it's a fake play, wide open down the field, and it's dropped. They had a running back pass play. Pass was intended for number 32, Forrest Love, the fullback, and it was just straight up dropped. Unfortunate for the Pioneers, but Vineland catches a big break. And it'll be second and 10 from the 30-yard line. And there's a penalty on Clearview, so they'll be pushed back. Second and 15 from the 25-yard line. Black takes the snap, looks to pass, rolls out, fires, complete.
Pass is complete on the far sideline.
To number 6, Adam McAvoy. They'll spot this one at the 32-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 for the Pioneers from the 32-yard line, with Vineland leading Clearview 14-0. Both touchdowns coming the way of Levi Manson receptions. Clearview takes the snap, looks to pass, fires, and it's incomplete. over the head of the receiver. And it'll be 4th down now for the Pioneers. 4th and 8. And they'll look to punt here. And the Vineland offense will take over. As long as Jonathan Toney fields this punt with no mishaps. Punt is away. Good punt from the Pioneer punter. And Jonathan Toney fields this one. He's up past the 40, the 45, 50, 45, and that's where he'll be stopped. Great return by Jonathan Toney. So the Fighting Clan will take over with 6:17 remaining here in the second quarter from the 45-yard line. Gandy lines up in shotgun with his trusted running back, Anthony Arthur, beside him. Takes the snap, pitches it out to Arthur, who has room to run. He's at the 40, and he'll be stopped just inside the 40-yard line at about maybe the 38-yard line on that run by Anthony Arthur. Great burst of speed there from the junior running back. Picks up 6 on the run. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 38-yard line. Gandy and Arthur lined up. Takes the snap, hands it to Anthony Arthur, who has room to run. He is well past inside the 20-yard line. Gets tripped up a bit. Great run by Anthony Arthur here on this drive. 2 great runs. And the Vineland offense is cooking towards their 3rd touchdown of the game. Making their way downtown. If Anthony Arthur wouldn't have gotten tripped up, he probably would have been running downtown because nobody was stopping him. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Timeout on the field. So Clearview takes a timeout with 5:04 remaining here in the first half. Coming out of the timeout, Vineland's offense will have 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line, up 14-0. And we'll see if Levi Manson can go for the hat trick. He's got both touchdowns tonight for the Fighting Clan. Just making absolutely miraculous catches, fantastic plays, great awareness. That's one thing that's underrated by the wide receiver position at any level, is just the field awareness that these players have. If they know their surroundings, know that they can go up, make a play, and stay on their feet, like Levi Manson has done tonight on both of his scores, you're going to find incredible success. So we'll see if Gandy can find him again here with 15 yards to go until the end zone. Vineland lines up in shotgun. Gandy takes the snap, hands it to Arthur, who is met immediately by the Pioneer defense, number 32, Forrest Love, the first defender there to knock Arthur back for a loss on the play. Second down now. 2nd and 17 from the 22. Gandy tries for the hard count again. Brillan Blakeley lined up at running back. Gandy looks to pass, fires, complete, and into the end zone is Mr. Do-It-All, Jonathan Toney, for his first score of the night. Picking up yet another touchdown on his senior season. And Vineland has now eclipsed their best scoring game of the season in less than a half. They now have 20 points in this game with 4:16 remaining here in the opening half. Extra point pending. Most touchdowns scored in a game so far this season for the Fighting Clan as Jonathan Toney gets in on the party. Henry Garton lining up to kick the extra point. Ball is spotted, kick is up, and it is good. So with 4:16 remaining here in the second quarter, Jonathan Toney finds the end zone for the Fighting Clan. A perfectly executed play by the offense. Gandy finds Jonathan Toney, and Vineland goes up 21-0 here against the Clearview Pioneers. And all cylinders are rolling here for the Fighting Clan. Offense, defense, and special teams look fantastic so far. And Coach Russo and this coaching staff here for the Fighting Clan have to be absolutely thrilled by the way this team is playing tonight. Thursday night football, it's a little bit different on the schedule. Shortens things up during the week. But this Fighting Clan team looks absolutely locked in and prepared, as if there was no change on the schedule. So the kicking team heads out to send this one back to the Pioneers with 4:16 remaining here in the second quarter. Vineland getting everybody involved on that last drive. Anthony Arthur, 2 big runs to put them in scoring position. And then Jonathan Toney with the reception and gets into the end zone. As Henry Garton kicks this one away. Great kick from the place kicker, and it will be fielded by the Clearview Pioneers, who have room to run. One man to beat. It was Garton. Garton is in a foot race with him now and does not allow the return man, number 2, Robert Counselor, to get into the end zone. That tackle, ladies and gentlemen, for all of our special teams enthusiasts out there, is for the brand. Henry Garton was not going to allow a kick return for a touchdown on his watch. But the Pioneers are set up with great field position from about the 25-yard line. Best field position on the night for this Clearview team with 4:01 remaining here. And there is a man down deep in Vineland territory from where the kickoff was. It's number 27, Anaj Jenkins, who gets up under his own power, walking off the field under his own power. Always good to see that if there is an injury that occurs. So the Pioneers head out for their next offensive possession with 4:01 remaining here in the second quarter from the 25-yard line after the big return. Black rolls out, looks to pass, dodges some defenders, fires, and that pass is incomplete. This will be 2nd and 10 from the 25. Black lines up under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to number 1, Aiden McCullough. Let's see if this Vineland defense can get another stop here on 3rd down. Third and 4. Ball's handed off. Ball carrier on that one looked to be number 8, Vincenzo Gramaglia. It'll be 4th and 1 for the Pioneers. And they will go for it here. And we've got a timeout from Vineland. So with 2:31 remaining here in the 2nd quarter, Vineland takes a timeout. They're up 21-0. 2 touchdowns from Levi Manson, the most recent from Jonathan Toney. And this defense is looking for a big 4th down stop here on 4th and 1. Vineland's defense plans for this 4th down play. They'll head back out of the timeout. 2:31 on the clock here, remaining in the 2nd quarter. Chad Black, the Pioneers quarterback, lines up under center, takes the snap, QB keeper, and forward progress should give him the 1st down. So the Pioneers do what they have to do, pick up the 1st down. And they'll spot this one at the 12-yard line, 1st and 10 for Clearview. Black takes the snap, hands it to Truth Nelson, who is met by the Vineland defense. Number 30, Lathan Kent, and number 32, Nazi Tatum in on that tackle. Low snap, fires, complete to number 20. That's Devin Roberts. And I think Clearview is just happy that they were able to get a play off there with that low snap. Third and 9 from the 11-yard line with now under a minute to go here in the opening half. Clearview not moving with a much sense of urgency here. Black lines up in shotgun, takes the snap, rolls out looking to pass, fires, and well off the mark of his intended receiver. Be 4th and 10 now, with 39.5 seconds remaining here in the opening half. One would assume the Pioneers would be going for it here with such a short field, only 12 yards to go. Don't convert, you set Vineland up deep in their own territory with about 30 seconds remaining if the play does not convert, but looks like we have a timeout on the field. Both teams will regroup here for this 4th and 10 from the 12-yard line. 39.5 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Vineland leading Clearview 21-0 here at Gatone Memorial Stadium. It's been an electric game across the board so far for the Fighting Clan. The offense has been rolling. Levi Manson with 2 touchdowns, Jonathan Toney with the other. And the defense has been locked down. The only real slip-up play was a big return on a kickoff by the Clearview Special Teams unit. And that's why we find ourselves at the 12-yard line here, as Clearview was able to return that kickoff to about the 25. But it is 4th and 10 now with 39.5 seconds remaining. Clearview looking for their first points of the game. Black takes the snap, rolls out to pass, fires, and it is batted down by Jonathan Toney. No flag, and Vineland will take over with 32.5 seconds remaining from the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Fighting Clan offense.
Ball spot at the 11.
So we'll see what the Vineland offense can do here with 32.5 seconds to go. How far they can get the ball downfield. Henry Garton, a fantastic kicker. I would assume if they can move this ball a bit and get into field goal range, doesn't look like they'll go that route as they take a knee here to run the clock out. And they might have to do one more kneel down here. But we will go into halftime with the Vineland Fighting Clan on top of the Clearview Pioneers 21-0. Levi Manson having himself a night with 2 receiving touchdowns. Jonathan Toney also on the board with a receiving touchdown. Vineland's defense has been locked down, solid. And Vineland is pitching a shutout through 2 quarters here from Gatone Memorial Stadium. And we will see you guys for the second half in just a little bit.
Those coaches did sunflower seeds all over the press box.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the field for your listening and viewing pleasure is the 2020-2021 edition of the Vineland High School Marching Clan. Under the direction of Miss Eileen Moscow.
I'm going down this way because the coach is fucking good. Number 1 jersey? What? Katana's right here. He's right in front of him and the one with the red on. Oh, the red hat. Yeah. He wants to help coach, like volunteer. Yeah, but I want to high school.
Marching Clan. And how about the Vineland High School cheerleaders? Yeah, looking good out there.
And welcome back to Gatone Memorial Stadium, where we have Thursday night football going down here in Vineland, New Jersey. Kyle Bennett here in the booth with you as the Vineland Fighting Clan lead the Clearview Pioneers 21-0. Some first half stats for you if you are just joining us here tonight on YouTube. Caleb Gandy, the quarterback for Vineland, having a fantastic night, arguably his best night of the season, having gone 5 for 7, passing 137 yards through the air and 3 passing touchdowns. Those passing touchdowns have gone to Levi Manson twice. Manson has 2 receptions for 104 yards and 2 touchdowns. So Vineland has a 100-yard receiver for the first time this season. Jonathan Toney, 2 catches for 25 yards and scored Vineland's most recent touchdown as well. Brian Williams Jr. has 1 catch for 8 yards. And Vineland running the ball tonight, not too shabby either. Anthony Arthur with 10 carries for 37 yards. Jonathan Toney right behind him with 2 carries for 13 yards. And the quarterback, Gandy, 2 carries, 4 yards. Vineland's defense is doing a fantastic job shutting down the Clearview Pioneers whenever they take the ball on offense. And Vineland's offense has been spectacular to start this game. Just a flawless game plan set up by Coach Russo and company to get this team rolling, get some momentum going following the Fighting Clan's first win of the season last week against Mainland. They've come out swinging tonight as they lead 21-0 as the second half is about to get underway. I believe Clearview will start with the ball to start the second half as Vineland went down and had their first possession, the only possession that they have not scored on so far in this game, but they did eat up almost 5 minutes of clock on that first possession, which was key to eating up time in that first quarter, making sure Clearview didn't have as many possessions as they probably would have liked to kick off this game. But Vineland up 21-0. They'll kick the ball off here to start the third quarter, and we'll see if Vineland's defense can continue to build momentum and have a strong start to this second half as we get underway here in beautiful Vineland, New Jersey, here at Gatone Memorial Stadium. Vineland kicks this one off. Bit of a squib kick here. Not the most ideal start for the Fighting Clan here.
First and 10 for Clearview. Ball be spotted at their own 45.
Ball be spotted at the 45-yard line, and Clearview will get their first possession here on offense to start the second half. First and 10 from the 45. Chad Black taking the snap out of shotgun, takes the snap, fires, incomplete, into the ground. Intended receiver was number 20, Devin Roberts. Second and 10.
Second down and 10. Ball be spotted at the 45.
Chad Black in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to pass, fires this one deep, and Vineland has an interception. The Fighting Clan, and that is the man of the night, number 4, Levi Manson with the interception. Have a night, young man. Levi Manson
ball be spotted at the 31.
Picking off Chad Black, number 4 to number 4. And Vineland will take over 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line.
Make that the 30.
Go get the ball to Arthur. Get Arthur in the end zone. Stop playing.
Caleb Gandy lines up in shotgun with Anthony Arthur beside him. Vineland's first offensive possession of the second half. Gandy looks to pass, has time, rolls out, being chased, fires complete to number 4, Levi Manson. Nice job by Gandy, not panicking under pressure, finding his open receiver. And he and Manson are on the same page and then some tonight. As Vineland now has 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Gandy takes the snap, hands it to, fakes the handoff, goes to run it himself, but is met by a group of Pioneer defenders led by number 32, Forrest Love. And not saying, being tackled for loss is a good thing, but in Gandy's sake, this gives him a little bit more room to sling the rock as well as he has with the deep ball tonight. So we'll see if he can do just that here on 2nd and 16. Takes a low snap, fires, looking to the end zone, and it is dropped. Manson reaching for a flag, does not get one. Right idea, right concept there. Thought Levi was going to come down with that one. But instead it'll be 3rd and 16 from the 25-yard line. Would not be shocked if Coach Russo calls that same exact play again, especially with the night that Levi Manson has had for the Fighting Clan on offense, and now on defense, setting them up in this position with his timely interception. Caleb Gandy and Anthony Arthur lined up in the backfield in shotgun. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, runs it himself, does not pick up much, and it will be 4th down. And we'll see what the Fighting Clan do here. Like I said earlier in the game, Henry Garton does have an incredible leg to kick a field goal if needed. But it looks like Vineland will go for it here on 4th down. Fourth and 15. Gandy takes the snap, looks to pass, scrambles a bit, moving around, rolls out, fires. And it is complete and into the end zone for a Vineland touchdown is the big tight end, Ryan Williams Jr. The big 6-foot senior tight end grabs his first touchdown of the season and gets in on this Vineland scoring palooza as the Fighting Clan, pending the extra point, have a 27-0 lead with 9:07 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. As we await the Henry Garton kick is up and it is good. So with 9:07 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, the Vineland Fighting Clan have a commanding 28-0 lead over the Clearview Pioneers. Most recent touchdown scorer, Ryan Williams Jr., the tight end, gets in on the action. This drive set up by a Levi Manson interception, who has had a fantastic night across the board now, has 2 receiving touchdowns, well over 100 yards on the night on offense, comes up with the big interception, to set Vineland up in scoring position to give them their 4th touchdown of the game. Henry Garton lines up to kick this one away. And the kick is away. Great kick from Henry Garton for the Brand. This one will be fielded from the 20-yard line by number 2, Robert Counselor, who brings it up just outside the 40. Ball spotted at about the 36-yard line. So the Pioneers take over 1st and 10 following the Ryan Williams Jr. touchdown. And this Vineland coaching staff, across the board, offense, defense, has to feel sensational about the way this team has played tonight. Chad Black lines up under center, 2 men in motion. Been quite a norm here for the Pioneers as we have a flag on the play, pre-snap. And it is against the Pioneers, so this ball will be moved back. So it'll be 1st and 15 now for the Clearview Pioneers from the 31-yard line. 9 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter with Vineland leading 28-0. Chad Black, the quarterback, lines up under center, takes the snap, hands it off to the lead back. That is number 8, Vincenzo Gramaglia. Great stop there by the Vineland defense, as they've had all night. And it'll be 2nd down now. After no gain on that play, 2nd and 15 from the 31-yard line. Black moves a man in motion, takes the snap, hands it off to number 3. That's Truth Nelson. He picks up a couple. Might have gotten the penalty yardage back. As number 62 for the Fighting Clan, Derek Akami, limps off the field. And David Dutra will check in for the Fighting Clan on the defensive line. Black takes the snap, rolls out looking to pass, fires, and that pass is incomplete. Pass was intended for number 2, Robert Counselor. So it'll be 4th down now for the Pioneers. Should be punting this one away. Punt is away. This one's a high kick. Jonathan Tony will stay away from it. It takes a Pioneers bounce, and it will be spotted at about the 21-yard line for the Fighting Clan as they take over on offense.
Congratulations to Vineland football alumni Isaiah Pacheco and Tyrion Powell, who are playing for the Rutgers University football team. Rutgers football plays at Ohio State Saturday. Kickoff is scheduled for 7:30 and can be viewed on the Big Ten Network.
1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Caleb Gandy will line up in shotgun. With Anthony Arthur beside him. Gandy takes the snap, hands it off to Arthur, who has to deke around some defenders, but gets taken down almost immediately. The Pioneers defense sniffed that one out. That is number 66 on the tackle. Justin McCargo. It's going to be 2nd down and 11 for the Fighting Clan. That is Anthony Arthur on the carry. It's 3rd down now for the Fighting Clan, deep in their own territory. Little over 6 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Vineland up 28-0. Be 3rd and 8 from the 23-yard line. Gandy from under center takes the snap and hands it off to Jonathan Tony, who is met by the Pioneers defense. And that'll bring up 4th down. 4th and 12 from the 18 is where it'll be spotted for this punt. And with a lead like 28-0, Vineland can feel okay punting this one away, especially with how well the defense has played. You're not going to win all the drives. So this one I feel like Coach Russo and company are okay with, kind of a dud drive. Gandy gets this one, punts it away. High flying kick will be fielded, and it is muffed. And Levi Manson is there to make the tackle on number 2, Robert Counselor, at about midfield, with 4:55 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Fighting Clan of Vineland lead the Clearview Pioneers 28-0. It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 48, maybe the 49-yard line for the Pioneers as they take over on offense on this drive. Fumble. And Vineland is on that one. This should be Fighting Clan football. Number 77, David Dutra, comes up with the fumble. And just like that, Vineland takes over on offense yet again. And like I said earlier with the wide receivers, just having that awareness. Same thing goes with the defense. If the ball is muffed like that, any type of fumble, the defense being aware of it before the offense can jump on it. That's great awareness there. That's good coaching. And Vineland now on offense from the 42. Gandy in shotgun, readies to take the snap, takes it, runs it himself, finds some space, picks up a good chunk of yards there, taken down at about the 35-yard line, maybe the 34. 2nd and 2 now from the 34-yard line. Gandy takes the snap, hands it to Arthur, who finds some room around the outside. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5, waves to the defender. They throw a flag. That might be called taunting. But Anthony Arthur found his way into the end zone and pulled a bit of a Tyreek Hill wave to the defender. Referees will discuss. So the call is against Vineland. It's going to nullify the touchdown by Anthony Arthur. And number 7, Brillan Blakeley, will check in for Anthony Arthur on this play. Gandy takes the snap, takes it himself, fools some defenders there. Ball will be placed at about the 15-yard line. And they'll actually place it at the 13-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 13. Fighting Clan leading the Pioneers 28-0. Touchdowns from Levi Manson. 2 of those on the night for Manson. Jonathan Toney and Ryan Williams Jr. Gandy takes the snap, hands it to the running back. We'll see if that was Blakeley or Arthur. And it is Anthony Arthur. A bit slow to get up. He did get hit pretty rough on that final hit there, and he is limping. He's going to check out as he's limping off the field here. It'll be 1st and goal from the 5. Brillan Blakeley checks in at running back for the Fighting Clan. Using up some clock here. Gandy lines up in shotgun with Blakeley beside him. Gandy takes the snap, hands it to Blakeley, pushes his way through. And he is just shy of the end zone. They're going to spot this one at the 1-yard line. Lathan Kent checking in here on offense. He has a receiving touchdown this season. Gandy's going to line up under center as Vineland goes with a jumbo package here, and they hand it to Blakeley, who punches it in for the touchdown. Brillan Blakeley scores his first touchdown of the season for the Fighting Clan. Gets in on this scoring jamboree. And pending the extra point, the Vineland Fighting Clan, ladies and gentlemen, have a 34-0 lead over the Clearview Pioneers with 1:16 remaining here in the third quarter. A dynamic, electric performance thus far from the Fighting Clan offense. Henry Garton lines up for the extra point. Kick is spotted. It is up, and it is good. So with 1:16 remaining here in the third quarter at Gatone Memorial Stadium, the Vineland Fighting Clan lead the Clearview Pioneers 35-0 on a 1-yard rushing touchdown from junior running back Brillan Blakeley. Coach Russo has to be absolutely thrilled. This is just a fantastic performance. Best performance on offense, defense, and special teams across the board all season long. They've put it together all three phases in a short week. In case you didn't know, it is Thursday night football going on. It does feel like a Friday, but it is Thursday night football here in Vineland. And the Vineland Fighting Clan, across the board, all three phases, look as prepared as they have all season long for a game. And it is just energizing and dynamic performances across the board. And this coaching staff has to be absolutely thrilled with the way this team is playing tonight here against the Clearview Pioneers. Henry Garton readies the kicking team to send this one off. Kick is away, a bit of a squib kick here. And it has been touched. It is recovered by the Pioneers, and they are taken down at about the 40-yard line. Or excuse me, the 35-yard line. So we 1st and 10 from the 35. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Vineland leading Clearview 35-0. Chad Black takes the snap, hands it to his running back, finds some room to run, and that's number 8, Vincenzo Gramaglia. And that could be the final play of the third quarter. And that it will be. So at the end of the third quarter here in Vineland, the Fighting Clan lead the Pioneers of Clearview 35-0. Most recent touchdown for the Fighting Clan comes on a 1-yard rushing score from junior running back Brillan Blakeley. The rest have all been receiving touchdowns. 2 in the hands of Levi Manson, who has had a fantastic game tonight. Across the board on offense and defense, has 2 touchdowns, well over 100 receiving yards for the Fighting Clan, and also has a big interception. Jonathan Toney has a receiving touchdown tonight as well, and the other receiving touchdown comes from Ryan Williams Jr., the big tight end for this Vineland offense. As we get set for the final quarter of play here at Gatone Memorial Stadium. Kyle Bennett with you here in the booth. It has been an electric night if you're a Vineland High School football fan. Thursday night football, didn't know how things would adjust on a short week, have to bump the schedule around. And it seems like it's just been a normal week for the Fighting Clan as they have a commanding, dominant 35-0 lead here over the Clearview Pioneers, who will set up shop at about the 42-yard line. It looks like the ball will be placed. Black takes the snap, hands it to his running back, who is met immediately by a wall of Vineland defenders. Black under center. Takes a snap. QB sneak. See if Vineland can push him back. And Clearview should have the first down. First and 10 from the 47. There's a flag on the play. Black winds up to pass, fires, complete. And we'll see where they give the forward progress. Will be a first down here for the Pioneers. Ball spotted at about the 43-yard line. Man in motion for the quarterback, Chad Black. Takes the snap and handed it off to the running back, who was met by the Fighting Clan defense. Number 45, Nas Butler, in on that tackle. Second and 9 from the 42. Black hands it off. That was number 8, Vincenzo Gramaglia. It's be third down and 4 for the Pioneers from the 37-yard line. Black moves a man in motion, looks to pass, rolls out, has room to run it himself, and he'll do just that. He's past the 30, up to just outside the 20-yard line. Picks up enough for a first down. And with wheels like that, I'm shocked we haven't seen Chad Black roll out more and run the ball himself. This will be first and 10 from the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone. Black lines up in shotgun. Moves his man in motion, gonna run it himself, and he is sniffed out and stopped by the Fighting Clan defense on that run. Black lost a yard on that play, so it'll be second and 11. Black lines up under center. Went with the hard count, almost got Vineland to jump. Hands it off, but he is met by number 73, DeMarcus Rivers, and there's a flag on the play. We'll see what the call on the field is. Flag is against Vineland, so this will move Clearview up inside the red zone. Black takes the snap. And whistles are blowing down on the field. And Clearview calls a timeout. So it's 6:33 remaining in regulation. The Vineland Fighting Clan leading the Clearview Pioneers here at Katona Memorial Stadium by a score of 35-0. Touchdown scores for the Fighting Clan tonight. 2 touchdowns for Levi Manson and 1 each for Jonathan Toney, Ryan Williams Jr., and Brillan Blakeley. Timeout huddles break. Clearview looking for their first points of the game. Low snap. And Black muffed that one a bit and just had to fall on it. To be 2nd and 13 now for the Pioneers. Black takes the snap, runs it himself, and he's inside the 20 at about the 15. So gets back to the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 3rd and 13 from the 15-yard line. Clock continuing to run, just over 5 minutes remaining here in regulation, with the Fighting Clan leading 35-0 over the Pioneers. And we've got more whistles blowing as Clearview takes another timeout, with 4:55 remaining here in regulation. And barring some unbelievable miracle, Vineland should be coming away with their 2nd win of the season as they lead 35-0 with under 5 minutes to go here in this one. That'll push the Fighting Clan to 2-3 on the year, if they do in fact come away with the win. Teams come out of the timeout. Black is under center. Takes the snap, looks to pass. He's going to run it himself, has room to run, actually passes and fires, and finds his man in the end zone, and it is complete for a Clearview touchdown. Looks like the receiver on that one was the fullback, junior, number 32, Forrest Love. Forrest Lamp is an offensive lineman for the Los Angeles Chargers. Extra point is spotted, kick is up, and it is good. So with 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in regulation, the Fighting Clan defense surrenders its first touchdown of the game to the Pioneers, as Forrest Love catches one in the end zone on the pass from Chad Black. But the Fighting Clan still up by 4 scores, 35-7. Clearview sets up to kick this one away. And we've got more whistles. Timeout Vineland. Clearview sets to kick off here. Kick is away. Great kick. And Levi Manson will field this one with some room to run. And he's going to be down just outside the 35-yard line. So Vineland will take over 1st and 10 with 4:13 remaining here in regulation. Vineland takes the snap, runs with the running back. That is Blakeley on the run. Gandy takes the snap, pitches it out. Oh, and it is fumbled, and Clearview recovers. The pitch was muffed. Blakeley muffed that one on the handle. Confusing play there, as I don't really understand the reasoning to pitch it with, just over 3 minutes remaining, 3:07 on the game clock. With the lead that you have, you just want to run the clock and not give Clearview any other opportunities. But the Fighting Clan do just that, and Clearview sets up shop at the 25-yard line, just under 3 minutes to go, trailing 35-7. Chad Black takes the snap, rolls it out himself, looks to pass, fires, and it is off the hands of the defender, Jonathan Toney. Second and 10 from the 25-yard line. Black lines up under center. Moves a man in motion, takes the snap. Hands it to number 2. Robert Counselor, who moves that one inches closer to a first down for the Pioneers. It will be third down from about the 17-yard line. Third and 3 for the Pioneers. Clinging on to any sort of miracle chance they would have here. Just looking to find some momentum, potentially put up another score. Black moves a man in motion. There is a flag. False start against the Pioneers. So this will move them back to a 3rd and 8 situation. Clearview moves to the line of scrimmage. Clock is ticking, just over a minute still to go. Black takes the snap, hands it off, and the Clearview running back, number 8, Vincenzo Gramaglia, is met by a group of Fighting Clan defenders. And the clock now ticking, under a minute to go. One way or another, this should be the final play for Clearview, as the Pioneers take a timeout with 35.5 seconds remaining. The Vineland Fighting Clan leading 35-7, courtesy of 2 touchdowns from Levi Manson, 1 touchdown from Jonathan Toney, and the other receiving touchdown from Ryan Williams Jr., and then 1 rushing touchdown and 1-yard rushing score by junior Brillan Blakeley. Clearview touchdown coming way of a receiving score from fullback Forrest Love in the back of the end zone. Vineland flat out dominated across the board all 3 phases tonight. You could say maybe 1 or 2 slip-ups here and there. But otherwise, this was easily the best game Coach Russo's squad has played here in 2020. As Clearview sets up, coming out of the timeout, Black under center, moves a man in motion, takes the snap, rolls out, being chased, fires, and it is ball being fought for. And it is intercepted by Jonathan Toney. So to put the cherry on top of this sensational game by the Fighting Clan, senior Jonathan Toney comes up with the second interception of the game for the Fighting Clan. To couple with his touchdown that he had on offense. And the Fighting Clan will walk out of here with a 35-7 victory over the Clearview Pioneers. Back-to-back wins now for Coach Russo's squad. Back-to-back home wins as well, as the Fighting Clan took down Mainland last week in a much closer nail-biter type of game. They'll walk away with a 4-touchdown win tonight on Thursday Night Football. And with 21.5 seconds remaining, Vineland will kneel this one out. False start on Vineland to push this ball back. So a little bit of a delay to the kneel down. And they'll kneel it. Should be one final time here as the clock continues to run. Should be the final play here in this one. As the Vineland Fighting Clan with 3, 2, and 1. There is the final buzzer. The Fighting Clan take home a 35-7 victory over the Clearview Pioneers. Touchdowns from Levi Manson 2 times on the night. Great performance from him tonight. Also had an interception in this game. Jonathan Toney with a touchdown and an interception. Ryan Williams Jr. with a touchdown. And Brillan Blakeley with a rushing touchdown in this one, as Vineland dominated all 3 phases, get their second win of the season, and now have a bit of a longer week as they played here on Thursday night. So no Friday night lights for the Fighting Clan, but they get a big Thursday night football win here at Guiteau Memorial Stadium. 35-7 is your final. The Fighting Clan come away with a big victory over the Clearview Pioneers. This has been a fun one here from Guiteau Memorial Stadium. Kyle Bennett here in the booth, and we will catch you guys for the next one.